Hello, I'm Bob Dunn, Interim Chief of Police of the Fullerton Police Department, and this is a critical incident community briefing, and it's intended to provide information on an in-custody death that occurred when officers responded to a call for service on Monday, February 11th in the 200 block of South Kellogg. You are about to see relevant video footage and learn about other evidence and calls for service that led up to the incident involving the in-custody death. This is so you can have a better understanding about what occurred based on what we know today. For in-custody deaths similar to officer-involved shootings, the Fullerton Police Department conducts a thorough investigation to ensure that all officers involved followed our department's policies and procedures and operated within the law. This investigation is independent from the investigation that is conducted by the Orange County District Attorney's Office, which looks into the actions of our officers and ensures that what they did and how they did it were within the law and reasonable. These investigations take a tremendous amount of time and effort in order to be done in a thorough, thoughtful, and diligent manner. The DA's investigation and the Fullerton PD Internal Affairs investigation can often take 12 to 18 months to complete. Please keep in mind that this is an initial review, and our understanding of this incident could possibly change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We also do not draw any conclusions as to whether or not our officers acted within our department's policies or the law until all facts are known and the investigation is complete. Please be advised, the images and content of this critical incident community briefing are graphic and viewer discretion is advised. Lastly, this is the first critical incident community briefing ever conducted and released by the Fullerton Police Department, and it is being done in an effort to be as transparent and open with the public as possible.
My name is John Radis, and I'm a lieutenant with the Fullerton Police Department. While body-worn cameras are an excellent investigative tool, they don't always provide an accurate depiction of what occurred from the officer's perspective. They don't always show what the officer sees, and vice versa, the officers don't always see what the body camera footage shows. We ask that the public understands these limitations as you view these videos. On February 11th, 2019 at 5:22 p.m., Fullerton police officers responded to the 200 block of South Kellogg regarding a 23-year-old male who was reportedly causing a disturbance in the street. The anonymous reporting party advised Fullerton PD dispatch that the male in question was acting erratically and yelling at people as they walked by.
911 Emergency Police.
Hi, I was on Valencia and Magnolia approaching beach, and there's a gentleman with a black shirt and gray sweatpants. He's in the middle of the street yelling at cars, and he doesn't look all there. He doesn't look...
Okay, ma'am, I need to know exactly where you were, because Magnolia and Valencia in the city of Fullerton, that's where Valencia dead ends. So was it beach? Because you said beach.
Okay, I was exiting a minor street called Kellog Ave.
Okay.
So he was right there in the middle of the street, stopping traffic and yelling at cars.
So he was at Kellogg and Valencia, or Kellogg and Magnolia?
Kellogg and Valencia.
Okay.
I was approaching Magnolia.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what's he wearing?
He was wearing a black t-shirt and gray sweatpants, white socks, no shoes.
Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's Hispanic with short hair, black hair. He was Hispanic.
Okay, we'll go ahead and did he appear to be homeless?
No. He seemed to be under the influence of something. Just with the way that he was acting and his demeanor.
Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll send someone out. Did you want to leave your name?
No, I did not.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
When our officers arrived, they recognized the male from recent similar calls involving the male and his erratic, violent behavior. At approximately 3:58 earlier that day, the 23-year-old male's father called the Fullerton Police Dispatch, and he told our dispatchers that his son was being disruptive, and he warned our dispatchers that his son would possibly fight with the police when they arrived. Officers arrived on scene and they contacted the male.
What's your name?
My name is David.
David?
I didn't call, but I believe somebody called.
Where's your son? Your son?
Yeah.
He left?
Sí.
¿Está allí?
Ahí está en la casa, como que se metió droga porque está gritando.
Okay. ¿Y está en droga?
Pues pienso que sí.
¿Qué tipo?
No sé, porque la otra vez vi un historial de él
Ajá.
que decía que no tomara soda así como Coca-Cola,
Ajá.
ni alcohol, ni meth.
Okay.
Sí. He's out of his mind, you know. He's talking to me like this, and he's scares.
Okay.
That's fine, just have a seat. Just have a seat.
Siéntate ya. Siéntate, Daniel. Marta. Daniel, siéntate ya. Dani, siéntate.
Siéntate, papi, siéntate.
Aquí estoy con mis hermanos. Siéntate, pues, siéntate.
Hey, Daniel, all we want to do is talk. That's it. Daniel,
Daniel.
just have a seat, buddy. It's okay.
Siéntate.
It's okay. Just have a seat. Just have a seat. We're not here to hurt you, man. Just have a seat.
Ya, relájate ya.
Hey, Daniel,
Relájate.
calm.
Relájate ya. Ya.
Calm.
Ya, cálmate.
We're not here to hurt you, buddy. It's okay.
Ya.
We're just here to find out, Daniel, I want to know if you want to hurt yourself or hurt anybody else. Okay?
I don't need anything. I'm here with my mom.
Okay? Now, do you want to hurt your mom or your dad?
They're my parents. Why would I ever
I
hurt
have to ask. It's my job. I have to ask. Okay? Do you want to hurt this other person that's sitting in front of you? Standing in front of you?
Would you like to hurt?
I don't want to hurt anybody. Do you want to hurt anybody inside the house at all?
Cálmate ya. Cálmate.
Daniel, right here. Do you want to hurt anybody? Do you want to hurt yourself?
Who wants to hurt who?
Do you want to hurt yourself,
Who
sir?
wants to hurt who?
Do you want to hurt yourself? Okay. Well, can I ask you this? Have you taken anything today? Have you used any drugs today? Nothing at all? 'Cause this isn't exactly normal behavior right here, okay? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Daniel, just relax, man. Just relax. There's no reason for this. It's okay. All right, so you don't want to hurt your mom or your dad or this gentleman right here, right?
Never.
And you don't want to hurt yourself, correct?
Never.
Okay. So if we leave you in the house, are you going to stay in the house until this whole entire thing kind of rubs off?
I'm home with my mom.
Okay. And you're not going to come out and bother anybody in the public?
Farmers and Merchants Bank 315 North Harbor.
No.
Victim
But
vehicle
I'm
is white
making sure.
Toyota
Well, we're
RAV4.
here because someone called us, okay? They're concerned.
So just make sure that if he comes back out, that he understands that if he's under the influence, he would get arrested.
All right, Daniel. Do me a favor, okay? Stay in the house until you sober up. If you do come out here and bother other people, and we feel you're a danger, then we'll end up having to take you to jail, okay? But as long as you stay in here and relax with your parents, everything's fine. You understand me? Yes or no? I need to hear from you. You don't understand? Or you do understand? Okay, let me repeat myself then, okay? If you come out here and bother anybody else, if you come out here and do anything that's illegal,
212.
we're going
Subject
to
is
take you
clear
to jail.
valid.
If you
In
stay
RMS
inside and
is
sleep
a
off
gate
your high
number.
and
Prior
don't hurt your
contact
parents or
for
yourself,
H&S.
we'll leave you here. Do you understand me?
2005.
I will never hurt my parents.
What about yourself?
Never.
What about anybody else in this neighborhood?
Never.
Okay, that's fine by me. But if we come back and you have, then we'll end up having to take you to jail. Do you understand me? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question, sir. It's yes or no. Daniel. I'm right here, buddy. Daniel. Daniel. Alright. Well, do me a favor then, okay? As long as you understand not to come out here until you've sobered up and relaxed in there, don't hurt nobody, you can go back inside. Okay? You're free to go. Take him back inside. Take care of him. Daniel, you have to go back inside, buddy. I understand that. But you have to go inside. Alright, if he ends up coming back outside,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
if he ends up running, give us a call. We'll come back over. We have to put him in jail. Okay.
house, and then comes back out, so I can call back out. I'll take him.
You got a card with you, Susan?
Yeah.
Gentleman right here does.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
After speaking with the male and his family and determining that a crime had not been committed, the family advised police that the male could stay with them and that they would be able to control him. They did not want anything further done with the male that day. The officers who arrived on scene at 5:22 p.m. also recognized the 23-year-old male from an incident that occurred on Saturday, February 2nd. During that incident, the Fullerton Fire Department was in the area of Magnolia in Valencia for a matter unrelated to the male. As the firefighters were leaving the scene, the same 23-year-old male jumped in front of their fire engine and attempted to fight with the firefighters. Fullerton police officers responded to the firefighters' request for help, and a struggle ensued as they attempted to detain the male. The male was found to be in possession of methamphetamine at the time, and he was ultimately detained for a mental health evaluation. He was then transported to the hospital for the evaluation.
You okay? You all right?
You alright, man?
What's going on? Just breathe. You're okay. We're here to help you, okay? What's going on? We saw you in the street there. We're here to help you, okay? You all right? Okay. What's your name? My name is Sergeant Clyde, okay? These are a couple of my friends here. We're here to help you, okay? We're concerned about you. Take a deep breath, okay? You're fine, all right? We're here to help you. What can we do for you? Can we help you? Do you need the medics, the paramedics at all? Sam 12, we're on a separate ped check if you can start medics. He's got a little cut to his head. You have a cut to your head, okay? We want to take care of you. You're okay. You're okay. Just breathe.
What can we do for you, pal? I want you to come to the street.
You're okay. You're okay. Just breathe, okay?
By the car, that's why. We just want to check on you. Please?
You're okay. Just relax. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe. You're okay. Just breathe. Just breathe, okay? We want to help you, okay?
I already been helped, right?
You're okay.
I already been helped. All right, okay? That makes sense.
Okay, just relax. Just
How about
relax.
how about you have a seat while we have someone come check you out real quick, okay? That makes sense? How about you have a seat?
Just breathe. Just breathe. We're here to help you, okay?
Right, well, I'm just across the street.
Okay, we want to take care of you, okay? And we're worried you're going to get hit by a car, okay? So that's why we're here.
By a car, huh?
There's a lot of cars. There's a lot of cars that are coming back and forth, okay?
Curb. You okay sitting on the curb? Can I do that?
Just relax, okay? We're here to help you, okay? All we'd like for you to do is sit down here on the curb. We're going to take a look at your head, and we're going to take care of you, okay?
You want to have a seat on the curb, bud? Sit down, please. Sit down. Will you please sit down? Will you have a seat? Hey man, look, all we want to do for you is help you. We just want to get you.
Just relax, just relax, just relax.
Caution, please.
Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand.
Okay, one hand at a time. Start working an appendage. Start working an appendage.
Right leg.
Push towards Joey. Towards you. Watch his mouth. About you.
He had a cut to his head before any of this as well.
Okay.
So, and I mean, he's been breathing really heavy,
I'll get that
getting
phone.
ready to fight us. So we waited till this was good for you until you were here.
Under. Alright guys, roll him on his side. Yep, he's hobbled.
Okay, he's hobbled all the way. Try to keep him on his side right now. There you go. So he had a cut on his head prior.
Let us search him first.
And then it's either opened up again or coming to the ground.
Was he bleeding prior to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was already. I think it's
Not
just
like
spot
this.
right here inside his head.
Relax.
It's the left side of his head.
Today, at approximately 5:22 p.m., when officers approached the male, who was yelling and screaming in the street, the male immediately began to rush at the officers.
Just stop right there.
Daniel!
Daniel, stop. Daniel, stop, dude. We don't want to shoot you. Come on. Just stop, man. Daniel, remember what we said earlier? I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me. All you had to do was stay in your house. All you got to do. I don't have any problem with you.
Daniel?
I don't have any problems with you, Daniel. Come on. Why are you angry? Can you talk to me first? Daniel, why are you angry? Did I do something to upset you? I was just driving in the area.
What are you guys doing?
Daniel, relax.
Got everybody kidnapped, huh?
I'm not going to kidnap you. What would you like? What would you like me to do? What do you want? I'll work with you. What do you want me to do? Daniel, come on. What? Why are you trying to fight us? We don't want to fight you.
You guys got everybody trying to kidnap people.
We're not trying to kidnap you. Yeah, if he runs this way, I'm going to pop him with it.
The officers instructed the male's family to go inside their house for their safety. In an attempt to stop the male, officers fired 40mm less lethal sponge rounds at the 23-year-old male who was rushing at them. They struck him in the upper body. The less lethal rounds had no effect on the male, and he continued to rush at them. 3 separate Fullerton police officers deployed their tasers. However, they had no effect on the male, and he continued to rush at them. After both the sponge gun rounds and the 3 tasers were deployed with no effect, a physical fight ensued.
Hey, stop. Just walk away from him. Walk away from him. Get his legs.
I got him. Give him back.
Got it.
The other arm right here.
I got his left arm.
Control that arm.
Here.
One at a time.
I have one team.
I got one.
You got this arm still. All right, now what you need to do is you need to roll him this way.
Which way?
Towards me.
On his left side?
Hold on. Roll him onto his stomach here. Get the arm up here. Roll up to his stomach.
Okay, hobble down.
Okay, you got that arm right there? Pull it out towards Bobby right there. Roll over, Bobby. Roll Bobby over. Got that arm out?
It's right here.
Okay, I got it. Go.
Okay.
Got it? Yep.
Got this arm?
Left arm's on.
You got a cuff? I got it.
Yeah.
Here, grab it.
All right, cuffed up.
Okay, not searched. Cuffed, not searched.
Cuffed.
Watch the prongs
All right.
and the taser, please.
Roll him towards you guys.
Activating your protection.
Hey, man.
Roll him towards you. Make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him. All right. Roll him towards you. All right, get off. Okay. We're gonna roll him towards there. Towards, away from you. Away from you. Towards the house, yeah.
Okay, search. Hang on. Stop. Pull this shit out of his pockets.
Hey, everybody take a breath.
Yep. Hey,
We're fine. We're controlled.
did I hit you with the 40?
Oh. Boy, that was when he punched
That was
you, or
him, yeah.
That's when he punched you.
That was him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Got nothing on this side right here. Feel him from that side. Feel him from that side. You can clear the waistband with it.
Got something here. Do crowd control too. Make sure no one's behind us. Grab that. Hey, grab that.
We're good.
Okay, we're gonna roll him up. Yeah. Check his waistband.
Got it. 1, 2, 3. Good right there.
Check his waistband.
All the way up here.
Pocket's
Nothing.
clear.
Nothing inside the crotch either. We're good. Got a prong right there, and that's it. All right.
We got somebody coming with us.
Just leave him in this position.
All right.
Okay. Is
we got
Hazel
medics?
okay? Hazel got hit in the face.
Me too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, wait for him. Hey, Renee.
The officers were able to place the male into handcuffs, but he continued to be violent and uncooperative while in handcuffs.
Daniel. Daniel, we're not even doing anything.
Relax, dude.
Daniel, take a deep
down.
breath.
Relax.
You're excited, buddy. Okay. Relax, relax.
Okay. Just stay on top of him until the ambulance gets here. We're gonna have
It's all right. It's okay, buddy. We'll get you some help.
Paramedics arrived, as is standard practice with any taser deployment, to transport the male to the hospital for a medical clearance. Because the male continued to fight, the paramedics contacted the receiving hospital, and they were granted permission by the hospital to administer a sedative to the male in order to calm him down.
It's all right, Daniel.
hang in there. Let's put this back over. Let's go. Just in case. I don't know if this is all got anything. Right here, Kyle, right above my finger. There you go.
Should we do the arm attached on that?
Ready, Brad? Yeah.
The male calmed down and he was placed in an ambulance for transport to the local hospital. While en route to the hospital, the male suddenly stopped breathing in the back of the ambulance. Paramedics and officers began life-saving measures, including CPR, and continued to do so until they reached the hospital. Once at the hospital emergency room, ER staff continued to administer life-saving measures. However, the male was pronounced deceased by emergency room staff. During the course of the physical fight, 3 officers were injured. 1 received an injury to his face, 1 officer received an injury to her neck, and 1 officer suffered injuries to his abdomen. They were all treated and released at a local hospital. After the incident, it was learned that the 23-year-old male had broken into a residence in the 200 block of South Kellogg approximately 20 minutes prior to our officer's arrival. He began punching and kicking the door at the front of the residence where a female adult was home alone. She did not know the suspect, and he eventually broke down her door and entered her home while she was screaming for a few seconds before leaving. This incident was captured on the resident's CCTV system. As is standard practice for any in-custody death involving Fullerton police officers, the Orange County District Attorney's Office was contacted and investigators responded for an independent investigation of the circumstances leading up to the in-custody death. So this is a 40mm sponge gun. It shoots 40mm sponge rounds designed to stop individuals that are acting violent or aggressive. It's very rare that this sponge gun round is not effective. Another option our officers have at their disposal is the taser. The taser is a less lethal option and it was employed 3 times during the incident. The preferred target area for the taser is the lower half of the torso, from the stomach down. The taser activates for 5 seconds at a time, and after the 5 seconds the officers can initiate another 5-second jolt by squeezing the trigger.
This concludes our first critical incident community briefing. On behalf of the men and women of the Fullerton Police Department, it is our hope that you will see this video and the videos that will follow as a step towards increased transparency to the community that we serve. Thank you.